Hello guys, this is Ryo69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, the comic that I'm gonna display, which we all know is gonna be from the 90s. What else is new? So this one is it's a 3-part miniseries. It's called, the name of it is Magneto Rex. I don't know if some of you remember this back in the 90s. Check that out. Awesome, huh? I'm gonna put it here. Stay. Well, this video here, I'm gonna be giving you my thoughts about one comic book only. Why? Well, because it was a big deal. Big deal in the sense on the news, on the comic book world was a big deal, a big news, a big event. And I'm talking about, excuse me, Superman issue number 32. And this is the Bombshell Variant edition cover. Check that out. Well, this is the first time, as far as I can tell, that John Romita Jr. moved from Marvel to DC Comics to work on Superman. So, and Jeff Jones. Overall, I'm gonna go by let's see how I can do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you my thoughts in little parts. Yes, I'm gonna divide them in segments. Well, first of all, the cover. Well, I decided to get the variant cover only, which I should get the one, which eventually I'm gonna see if I can get the one that have all the Superman, that from Clark Kent all the way to Superman. I like that cover. But I got this one. I decided to get the Bombshell edition. Besides that, story-wise, well, basically it started with 25 years ago. It's the introduction of a new character, kind of like, his name is, it has a short, simple name, but let me see if I can find his name here. Okay. I forgot his name. I forgot. Well, I mean, it's here. I know it's here somewhere. Anyway, this is about kind of like a version of Superman, but not from another Earth. More like a different dimension from our own. That more or less he has, the little bit of it, has more or less the same powers as Superman. The different that, well, he has long hair and blonde also. So we see how from his dimension right to our dimension, and 25 years later they kind of meet Superman and the new Superman, which I forgot his name. So we see Superman fighting a giant monkey, robot or android or whatever. Check that out. Like this page. So and also we get to see kind of like the introduction of Superman on the New 52, in the sense of the point of view of Jeff Jones. Some of you don't like Jeff Jones' writing for whatever reason. Personally, I like his writing. It's fine. I mean, I read that some of his writing, there might be some excellent and maybe some hit and miss. It happens. But overall, I like his writing. So I haven't stopped buying any comic book that he's writing so far. So the day that I stopped buying a comic book from a writer is because I stopped liking his writing. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on buying. It's like watching a TV show. The same thing. So Jeff Jones, you hear on this story. I mean, this story it tells you everything and tells you nothing at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay, it's kind of like the way I see it. It is telling me the reintroduction of Superman in the New 52, but not from the beginning. More like his status quo right now. They show you Superman cooking his meal by himself, that he's alone, that he's on his own apartment. We get to see Perry White, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane. Oh yeah, Lois Lane she only appears in one panel, so that's okay. and all those typical characters that always been part of the Superman books. That's one thing that the New 52 lacked to do from the beginning. What they concentrated more on Superman, the way when he left Krypton, all the way to now, was more Superman. And the thing about Superman is that Superman being the most powerful superheroes on the DC Universe is the hardest one to write, because Superman books is not about Superman. It's about everything that goes around Superman, his friends, families, and enemies. Not like Batman. You can write a story that is concentrated on Batman, and it's good. But it's hard to do the same thing with Superman, because being such a powerful guy. So it's kind of hard for writers. So they had to write about Superman with the other characters around him. Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, the bad guys, like more or less kind of like in the 90s. Kind of. Okay. That's a part of the story. It's kind of hard to read. Art-wise, so here we have the work of John Romita Jr. working on the Superman books, putting his art on Superman books. I remember John Romita Jr. when he used to do a couple of X-Men books. I'm not sure what title. I think he worked also on Spider-Man, I believe so. Thor. And he has a peculiar way to write. It kind of like reminds me a little bit, kind of like of Jack Kirby in the sense of square face, square nose. So so on Superman, I have to say that John Romita Jr. have changed, or he had to adapt or change his style a little bit for Superman. Doesn't have, it's not that such a square face like he used to do back in Marvel and all the other books that he done. But his style's still here. That I have to say that looks different on this book, yes. But it's completely different, it's completely opposite as, at least in my case, I got used to. Because basically all the artists that work on the Superman, more or less, they kind of like look more or less the same. A little bit tweak here, a little bit tweak there, but basically the same. Now here it's completely different. I mean, this is 180-degree different, and I have to say that it's good. And you know, I thought it's gonna be bad. I said, well, it's gonna be John Romita Jr. I know that he grew a lot of everything square, but I was impressed. It's not that bad at all. I'm telling you, I mean, at least in my case, it's not bad. I really like it, as you can see here. So, you know, so it's not bad after all. After all, it's not that bad. So it's completely different as, at least in my case, I'm used to. Details are fun. I like the colorist. I like the colorist. Like the way that the colorist kind of like make John Romita Jr. a little bit more stand out. So about John Romita Jr.'s work on Superman, I'll be honest with you, I feel comfortable. I thought it gonna be kind of like awkward, like, well, this doesn't fit on Superman. But after reading and looking at the comic books, it wasn't not bad. I mean, I got used to it, so I don't see, in my opinion, I don't see nothing wrong with it. And the story, well, it just basically kind of like showing you a little bit of the status quo of Superman or the New 52, also that he's trying to go back, or he might go back to working on the daily plan. So that's more or less the story it was about. And the explanation of that new Superman, which I forgot his name. So overall, I will give the comic book 4 out of 5. Now remember, if I give it 5 out of 5, it's the best. 4 out of 5 is good, I like it. 3 out of 5, I do not like it. So instead to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2.5, 3.0, it's more easier. 3, 4, 5, that's it. So I will give it 4 out of 5. It was good, I like it. But I'm looking forward for issue number 33. Yes, I am. I'm kind of curious where they want to go with this. This new so-called status quo on Superman. And I would like to see more of John Romita Jr.'s artwork on Superman. Let's see how far he can go. Let's see what new things he can do with his art style and his experience do with Superman. Different angles or whatever. So I'm looking forward to it. So, like I said, it's a 4 out of 5. I had fun with it. The story, nothing there. It has everything, it has nothing at the same time. Like I said, basically the reintroduction of Clark Kent into the daily canon, kind of, and his status quo, that he's alone. That kind of, it's not alone as a single person, but he's alone in a way, because Wonder Woman, she's doing her thing, so she did not have time to have dinner with Superman. So right now Superman is kind of lonely, at least on issue number 32. And that's it, guys. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. See you later. Bye.